Hi everyone, Janie here. I am sitting here enjoying the shade in my front yard on this very hot day. It's about in the 90s and it's gorgeous. It honestly is gorgeous. So I'm totally enjoying myself. But today is Wednesday and I've talked to you guys a little bit about this before, but what I like to do is I like to spread out my garden maintenance chores throughout the week so it doesn't become too overwhelming. Sometimes it can be really overwhelming to do all the things that you need to do, you know, like fertilizing, spraying BT, weeding, mowing the lawn, etc., etc. So the way that I have learned to handle that is just to spread it out, you know, is just to assign one day to each task and kind of just go for it. So today is Wednesday. I don't know when you guys are going to see this video, but Wednesday is weeding day, of course. So I am going to weed today. Doesn't that sound like fun? So actually what I'm going to do, I'm not going to weed my garden beds because they're looking pretty good. I do get weeds, but I don't get a ton of them. Where I do get a ton of weeds is in my street, all the cracks in my street. I live on a pretty old street. It's cracked, it needs to be repaved or re-asphalted or whatever you say. And oh my goodness, there's so many weeds in it. There's even flowers growing in some of it. Let me show you. All right, so here's my house. I'm standing in the middle of the street right now, so I might have to run out of the way if a car comes. But you guys can see in the cracks in the street, we get so many weeds, and it's usually my flowers and my seeds, but you can see I have some beautiful sweet alyssum here. Isn't that hilarious? So I grew sweet alyssum from seed last year and I grew it right over there, and I'm even getting some growing in this garden bed, which I'm leaving because I think it looks beautiful like that. But I planted that last year and I tried to pull all of it out. So of course the seeds spread and now I have weeds all in these cracks right here. So what Jason and I do, what we've learned to, we've tried to spray it. I have that Bonide burnout, which does work, but it doesn't work very well. Like I don't know, I feel like these seeds are monsters. These weeds are monster weeds and they just are intense and I cannot get all of them, and the easiest way for me to manage them is to just pull them out by hand. So you can see that is not a mass of leaves, that is actually weeds growing right there. All along here, you see that? So it would look so much better and so much cleaner if I just took care of it, made it look all nice and spick and span. You can see my beautiful annual swoop. The Vyvyan Vista jazzberries are already starting to flush out. Very exciting. Yeah, so that's my plan for today. I mean, like I said, not very interesting, not very fun, but it is part of gardening. It's nice to get outside. It's nice to be outside. And even if that means that I'm pulling these weeds all along here, that's okay. No big deal, right? It's Wednesday, it's weeding Wednesday. And look at this delphinium. So this is my cottage garden. I gotta come and work out here as well. But look at this color. Isn't that beautiful? It's like blue with hints of purple kind of on the inside. Really gorgeous. And then the other thing I wanted to show you guys is my lupin. This is the governor. I'm so proud of myself for growing this. So this is basically all I need supplies-wise today. My pop-up bag, my gloves, my kneeling pad, and then this weeder. And one of you guys, Dawn, I think it was Dawn, she recommended that I get one of these for my weeding, and ever since I've gotten this, it's been a game changer. This is fantastic. It makes it so much easier, especially when I'm getting into cracks and things like that. So I love this. And then what I am gonna do is I am gonna use my hose to spray the area and basically loosen up the soil, make the soil a lot like mud, so it's easier for me to take the weed out, which I think will be better because it will make the asphalt cooler. So hopefully I don't get so hot with this, but I'm sure I'm going to be taking a lot of breaks and going inside and getting water and all that kind of stuff. All right, let's get going. today. I mean, it's only 90 degrees and that's not bad for us, you know, during the summer, but I think my body's just not acclimated to it yet. In the middle of summer when it's normally 100 degrees and then we have a 90-degree day, it's like wonderful, beautiful. So I think I just have to get acclimated to it and get used to it. I'm taking lots of breaks in the shade, drinking lots of water. So I also think it's hard to do it on the street, the asphalt. I think it just makes the temperature go up like a bunch. So I'm taking lots of breaks here in the shade. So I figure one of my breaks, I did want to talk to you guys about my maintenance schedule. I mentioned it a little bit when I was talking before. So basically, I'll link the video up above. It's my plant nerd video, and it's where I just talk about my organization strategies for gardening. And it is, it's just something I like to do. I like to organize and I like to plan and I like to think about how I can make it fun and easy and manageable and all that kind of stuff. So in that video, I talked about how I break up my maintenance chores into daily tasks, and that's how I do it. I know that Laura from Garden Answer, she breaks it up into zones. I like breaking it up into daily tasks because I don't have a big yard. There's no point to break this yard up into zones. I mean, I could, but anyway, this is how I do it, and so far it's working for me. So Monday is fertilizing day, and that's when I do my annual weekly fertilizing. Tuesday is my pest control day. So mainly on pest control day during the winter, you know, springtime, I'm spreading Sluggo to deal with slugs. During the summer and, you know, the hot season, I am spraying BT to deal with budworms that are eating my supertunias. So it's, you know, it's just something that we have to deal with. We have budworms really bad here, and if I don't constantly spray BT every week, then they will get eaten. And I did have a couple comments about the pests getting used to the spray if you spray it too much, and actually BT is not one of those. The pest resistance is very, very low to BT because it is a natural chemical found in dirt. So that's what I do on Tuesday. Wednesday, today, is weeding day. Thursday is houseplant watering day. Friday is filling up my bird feeders and my hummingbird feeders. Saturday is making sure that all my surfaces are cleaned off, like with the leaf blower or a broom or whatever I need to use. And then Sunday is my favorite day because that is lawn mowing day, and usually Jason takes care of that. If he's unavailable or can't do it, then I will definitely do it. But 99% of the time, Jason takes care of the lawn. So Sunday's kind of a day off for me. So yeah, so it just, having a schedule like that, it just makes things a lot easier for me, you know, to manage everything. And it's, you know, it's not fun to talk about. It's kind of boring. It's kind of dry. However, when I was a new gardener and I learned gardening from YouTube, I was craving to hear this type of stuff. I wanted to hear how people manage their gardens, because I didn't know. I knew how to dig a hole. I knew how to plant a plant. I knew how to water. I didn't know what went into the maintenance. I didn't know how to keep the garden looking beautiful throughout the year. So when I started the YouTube channel, I knew I wanted to definitely talk about this stuff. Even if it's not the most interesting thing, it's something that is really important for me to say. And that's one of the reasons why I did, you know, really early on in my channel, I did a Gardening for Beginners series where I talked about the really, really basic stuff, which was the type of stuff that I was looking for when I was a new gardener, like totally basic stuff. So I will link that playlist up above. All right, so I think I'm cooled off. I think I have a little bit of shade over on the east side of my house, and I think I'll start over there. And then as the day goes on, it's about 5 o'clock right now. So as the day goes on, I think I'll move into the sun. So, all right, more weeding, let's go. right, I am all done. I've got the weeding all done, which is good because it's about time for me to go inside and get dinner started. But before I show you that, I want to show you guys a visitor that we have. Okay, so this is my side gate. This is my cottage garden right over there. That's where I was working. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. So if you look in the tree, right there in the tree, let me zoom in. Can you see her? That is Franny. The names are compliments of my children, of course. So she is our mourning dove. I don't want to get too close. She is our mourning dove. She was here last year and she had 2 eggs, what do you call, babies, two eggs that hatched. We named them Flip and Flippy. Yes, Flip and Flippy. And now I don't know how many more she has, but she just sits there all day long. She does not move. Even if we accidentally get close to her, she does not move. She is an amazing mother. This is our bathroom window right here, and we can look out and we can just see her sitting there all day. So she's so wonderful. She's a good mom. Say, good job, Franny. Happy Mother's Day. All right, so on to the weeding. You can see I'll do a before and after right here. It just looks so much cleaner. It just looks so much nicer when I go through and I hand pull all of that. Now I got most of them out. I got all of them over on this side. Over here it was a little bit harder. The weeds were a little bit more established and the roots were rooted in, and so I had a hard time pulling some of them. So there's a lot of dust and a lot of soil still, just because of the water I put on, and I didn't want to bother with like rinsing it off because it is the street. It's not the sidewalk or our yard or anything. But you can see it looks good. I'm happy with it. It's a project that I needed to get done, so I feel nice and accomplished today. Let me show you guys our house. Not looking good. You can see the swoop is kind of growing. I just did that, I think, last week, so you know, we've still got a ways to go. I bet you in like a month it'll be gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is obviously not as glamorous as some planting videos, you know, or anything like that, but it is part of gardening. Maintenance is part of gardening, and I think that we just have to enjoy it, you know, being out on the hot road on a 90-degree day pulling weeds, totally enjoyable, right? But it is just part of it. So if you guys enjoyed this, please consider subscribing, or if you want to see some other more glamorous videos, please consider subscribing, and I hope you all have a chance to get into your garden today.